Happy Monday to you all. You all come in. Let's get this live stream started. Let's talk about some cash flow, some crypto. We can even talk about higher credit scores today if you all want to. Cash flow, crypto, credit, and getting taxed. The strategies to get taxed as a corporation and not a citizen, right? And not a citizen. So you all come in, hit like, and hit share. Let me go ahead and put everything on the screen for you all. Also, we're going to talk about the pandemic proof, getting prepared for winter, for this financial winter is coming. Getting prepared. Just read an article about higher gas prices coming. You should already see higher utility bills. You don't see your bills are getting higher, and we haven't even entered into the harsh winter temperatures. You should already see your light bill, your utility bill increasing. I know I have personally, right? You haven't, you should be blessed. Zillow have thousands of houses on the market to sell. A lot of people are losing their homes. Zillow is placing those homes on the market for sale. So come in again, hit like and hit share. This is not our doom and gloom. This is teaching you or showing you how to prepare for this, right? Say hello. Just say hello. Drop your city and or state. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Rodney, thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry, Ronnie. Ronnie Smith, thank you for tuning in. Mr. H, you have a blessed Sunday as well. Mr. H, thank you so much for saying hello. Now that the music has ended, I'm going to go right into the live stream. I want to ask you all to also hit that thumbs up. Let's get started right into the crypto market. I'm on my way to the gym and I want to make this public service announcement as well. Only 6 more days to register for the Millionaire Moves Conference, preparing you and prepping you for this new world economic system that's globally, right? I changed the deadline for registration. I'm cutting it off on the 13th. So you will see that reflected on the website. I'm changing the registration date to the 14th. The 13th, I'm sorry. Changing that to the 13th so that I can get prepared to now prepare for the people that I have registered. I woke up this morning, more people had registered overnight. 19th, the November the 19th through the 21st. And I saw this powerful post. Let me share it with you on Twitter concerning what to expect out of courses or conferences that you can that you're attending. Right? Let me share this with you because in actuality, you can spend thousands of dollars on a conference, right? Where this is $119.11. And the whole, and this is all virtual. You have 6 days. After 6 days, registration is cut off, right? I'm not going to allow any more registration. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go to the website and remove links to pay to register. Then I'm going to just get prepared and getting everyone in the system, getting all the emails out, getting everyone in the system so that you can successfully receive your email. Because again, this will be a virtual. This will be the greatest wealth transfer that this generation has ever experienced. A shift going into 2022 from cash to cryptocurrency, right? And this is the greatest mass redistribution of wealth that this generation, as well as poverty, that this generation will ever experience. So you have 6 days to register. After 6 days, I'm absolutely cutting that registration off, right? So hello, I'm Jamaican Punch to you. Custom Fitted from Tennessee. Hello to you and greetings to you as well. Thank you all for saying hello and for tuning in from various parts of the world, right? And so I saw this post and I want to share it with you all. As we have Solana reaching its all-time high of $260. I think right now it's at $256 of Solana. But I saw this tweet and it reads, "This week I purchased 2 courses, one for $200, the other one for $1,500. The only difference was the information and the video quality. The $200 wasn't better or the $1,500 wasn't better. Each gave me one thing to implement to get where I need to be." And let me tell you, for $119 and his Millionaire Moves Cash to Crypto Conference, I promise you, you're going to get more than one thing to implement. I could have just did the one session. Excuse me, I have. I brought some live plants in my house. One of them is causing some gnats. It's very annoying during my live stream. But I got some live plants in for my oxygen intake. As you know, as this currency system changes, so will the radiation output in the air. So I combat that with oxygen-rich plants. And one of it's 4 plants that I have, oxygen-enriched plants, and it's causing gnats. So if you see me swatting and swatting away things on my live stream, that's what it is. I have to figure out. I don't want to throw away anything live, but something's gonna have to give, right? I hate gnats, right? My Twitter name is Crypto Queen. Crypto Queen on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can find me on Crypto Queen, and sometimes you'll see the 4 numbers 1111. So let's get into Solana, and Ether is doing great today as well. Again, Sol is currently at, look at that. Let's look at the year return on Solana. People, 12,000, right? 12,326.21% return on your investment for the year if you invested in Solana. For the year, its all-time return on investment is 30, not 3,000, not 3%. 30,247% is all time. But let's just look at the monthly return, 63%. If you was just in Solana for a month, a week, in the last week, it has on average about 30%, 29.21. And for today, it's up 2% in a day. You can't get that in banks, right? For a year, but you get that 2% on the day. About 2 months ago, I did a live stream on Solana, and that year's return on Solana was 9,000%, and that was like 2 months ago, right? If you want to know what I'm holding, you can purchase my ebook. It is an ebook. I do have a physical book out, but this is a ebook, Cash on Crypto, and it's like crypto with the K, such as kryptonite. Putting your cash on kryptonite with the K. And this is my thing. I tell people all the time, knowing what I'm holding is not, first of all, it's not something I'm just going to tell publicly, because people will take their advice and actually monetize off of it. I believe in exchange of services. So people will take my portfolio and make money off of it. And I don't do free anything. I believe in exchanging services, right? That's just a biblical law. That's just a biblical law. So I don't really get into what I'm holding. I don't go into my portfolio because I have a book. If you want to invest in that knowledge, I believe in investing in knowledge, right? Not wanting something for nothing. This is the physical book I have. This is the only physical book I have. You would like an autographed copy of my physical book, you can cash out me at LD $LD financial coaching, right? And in the for section, make sure I have a special pen, I autograph with for special people. Make sure that you put your full completed address. You won't believe, well, it's not that many people that do that, but there are some people who, you know, will pay for the autographed copy or invest in it. This is a mindset shift book. It's like Robert Kiyosaki, right? It's like Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's not a book about investing. It's a book about shifting your mindset in the way you view and think about money. And so, thank you, Sam Banks. I love that picture. He says, hit the like button. And so, the Cash on Crypto book, people, is a e-booklet because it has the links for you to click on the cryptocurrencies that I list. So it's an e-booklet. It comes to you via email. So once you go on the website, it would ask for your information. I also have people that would tell me things like, I haven't received my Cash on Crypto book in the mail. It's an e-booklet. You will receive it via email, and whatever email that you put on file once you went on the website. So this is someone that tagged me. She has an iPad with the Cash to Crypto book. And it's an e-booklet. Let me make that loud and clear. It your email. So once you make that purchase on the website, make sure that you check your inbox. If you do not see it in your main inbox, check your junk or spam folder. But I don't answer questions on my live stream that I have the answer to written in a book, right? So you can definitely go on Cash on Crypto with the K.com, and you will be able to prick my brain and see what my portfolio consists of. Since that book, I will say that I have added other things to my portfolio, such as Dogecoin and Sheep. Also looking at other cryptocurrencies. So let's look at the crypto bubbles right now. But this is the thing. Even if you knew exactly what a lot of people's portfolio is, my question to you would be, do you have the buying power? Because even if you mimic my portfolio exactly, you, if you don't have my buying power, if you're not in my cash flow position, then your portfolio, your outcome, your, you know, gains are not going to mirror the same as mine. And you can have the same exact currencies that I have. And so this is why I tell people to text 601-720-2063, because you simply need to increase your buying power into crypto after you become knowledgeable about it and understand that this is the new currency system. It should not be looked upon as a gamble, or it should be cryptocurrency should be looked on as an investment and at the groundbreaking level of a new currency system, as if you were getting into Amazon or IBM or Apple before it went public, before you know what the power of Amazon. So you have KDA that you can find on KuCoin. And KuCoin has also increased up 56%. That's the biggest gainer for today. And you got Sheep in the -3%. It's taking a cool down. I think Safe Moon is as well. I think Safe Moon was down 19%. But Safe Moon is climbing back up. It's at the positive 2%. Decentraland is taking a little cool down as well. Big gains for Decentraland on last week. And you got Harmony One up 10% as well. XRP up 6%. BNB coin also hit some all-time highs, and it is up 8% right now. Loop Ring has been doing well over the last 2 weeks, up 7% as well. So a lot of cryptocurrencies here. A lot of them, you got Dogecoin 3%. So a lot of these I'm going to queue in private and really tell a little bit of my portfolio on the Millionaire Moves Conference. Again, that's November the 19th through the 21st. And so give you all some things. And again, most people need to increase their buying power. With the cost of everything increasing, you can't tell me that you have enough money coming out of one paycheck to be the multimillionaire that you can become, or the billionaire in cryptocurrency. This is the first time that everyday poor working middle class and the upper middle class alike have a real opportunity to become multimillionaires. As we see the everyday increasing pricing of the double G's, the double gangsters, which is gas and grocery, the energy sector is already saying that gas prices are already $4 in California anyway, right? So you already see these in California, New York. Some of the southern states, you're not seeing the $4 gas prices as of yet, but you definitely are seeing over $3. And so, energy sector on Sunday says she hopes gas prices will not reach $4 per gallon soon. And as OPEC, Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, they're saying is controlling the agenda. OPEC, right? And so the United States is saying we really don't have control over how high gas prices can go, right? They're saying it's other countries. United States don't have control over much because we're not producing anything. So according to AAA, right now the national average gas price is the highest seen in 70 years is $3.42 a gallon. Bank of America is already predicting that oil prices will soar another 50% by June of next year, right? By June of next year. And so could the average, now again, you already have some states that are already at the $4 for regular, Atlanta, California, I know. But they're saying that this is going to be the national average in all states as early as next year, starting June. Right. Okay, Frederick, I see your comments. I'm not your financial advisor, so I'm not giving you financial advice. But I will say this, right? Because you know what financial advisors do? They give you an invoice before they give you information first. That's how you would know if I was a financial advisor. You would have an invoice before you have information. And some people have asked me, why do people give you super chats, or why do you tell people give you cash app? Well, I mean, if I'm here, I'm giving you information and knowledge that can make you thousands more increase. I don't think that's a bad exchange of services. I don't. Right? And my thing is, if you have a problem with people giving me cash apps and super chats, why are you listening to my channel? you know? So if I was a financial advisor, which I'm not, you'll have an invoice before you get information. And financial advisors don't even want you to invest in cryptocurrency. And it comes with additional fees and services after the invoice, right? So, with that being said, however, there's much to prove that 401ks is nothing but scams anyway. 401ks, Social Security, pensions, even, that may have worked in our great grandparents' era, but they did not see inflation in the prices of everything um, increasing at the rate that we are seeing increased prices now, right? Edward says Biden stopped the oil pipeline. He did stop that as well. But let me tell you all something. You cannot stop an idea whose time has come, right? You cannot stop an idea whose time has come. And crypto is an idea whose time has come. Crypto is not going to be stopped. It's been here since the last recession of 2008. And if you remember, I'm not going to get much into politics. I do talk about the things on my channel that people wouldn't dare talk about, which is politics and religion, right? I go against the grind. But we're not going to go into there are some things that happened during Obama administration I did not like. For example, him giving all of that money to the Jews for the Holocaust. Definitely did not like that. However, every presidential era have their own agenda. You're not going to get that office unless you're going to go with the plan. Right? So all of them. I just read, for example, Obama $11 million mansion in Massachusetts. So we're not even going to talk about Joe Biden's, right? His net worth right now. For some reason, people think that Democrats are poor. No, President Obama is living in an $11 million mansion in Massachusetts. And let's look at Joe Biden's net worth. For some reason, the poor working middle class think Democrats have an income like they do. They think that they're living a lifestyle like they do. They think that they have the poor working class best interest in mind. As Joe Biden's net worth, let's see how much he's worth. And do you think they're going to do anything to disrupt their money system and their generational wealth? As Joe Biden is also wanting to give $450,000 to foreigners. And I heard not Dave Ramsey, but Robert Kiyosaki say this. And for the first time, I really disagree with Robert Kiyosaki. He said that he doesn't know why African American or people in the Black and brown community are upset about, let's look at his net worth, about reparations because his family land was stolen. And I heard him say that on an interview, and I'm like, yeah, your family physical possession may have been stolen, but your family generationally was not used in slavery to make America what it is and to make America the rich country that it is. And your family did not go through the treatment and the beatings and the killings and the slayings that African Americans and the rapings and the use of our labor and knowledge to make America the richest country that it is. So, I agree with Robert Kiyosaki on a lot of things, but I disagreed about that statement because he felt like, well, my family land got taken away, and we didn't qualify for reparations, right? Your family didn't go through what generationally a lot of African Americans and Black and brown people, because you have Blacks that are Indians, you got Mexican Blacks descendants. It's not just African Americans, right? So Joe Biden's earned 17.3 million over the last 4 years. He was out of office, right? So how can someone that's a multimillionaire, why would you think they will adjust the laws to fit the poor working middle class? No president has ever improved your personal financial situation. None. They may improve the economy, but and as I tell people all the time, if you don't shift your mindset, if you don't take advantage of this economic shift, I was just listening to Jim Rohn, and Jim Rohn talked about you cannot change that there will always be spring, summer, fall, and winter. You know, every year there's 4 seasons. You know, every year that there is 4 seasons. The number four gives you direction and phases and instructions and knowledge, right? By the fourth day, there was a lesser light to rule the day and a darker night to rule the night. The purpose of the sun and moon was not for to give you light night and day. It's to give you signs and wonders. So the number four is prophetic of what will happen in the earth realm. It also means appointed times. It also means directions and phases, north, south, east, and west, the four corners of the world. So if you know these seasons are coming, it's your mindset that does not position you to prepare. Every 7 years, like clockwork, it has been an economic reset. The last one was 2015. So just because psychologically you want things to change because you don't want to accept change, or better yet, you don't want to accept seasons, does not mean it's going to change. Let me tell you something else that will always be here. You're always going to have seed. You will always have soil. You will always have sunshine. You will always have showers, which is rain. You'll always have seed, soil, sunshine, showers, and you will always have seasons. You can't go to the infinite God, infinite universe, and complain about the seed that you have or complain about the soil. A farmer cannot go to the infinite God, infinite universe and says, I do not like the size of my harvest. If you plant little seed, you get little harvest. If you plant no seed, you get no harvest. So let's not get into these presidential things because all of them, thank you, Gwen, for the 1111 super chat. All of them have an agenda, a mission, and a motive to carry out. All of them. Every last one of them. And it's depending on your mindset and your actions and your acceptance that crypto is an idea whose time has come. It's no stopping cryptocurrency. Let's look at the crypto world as just this time in May of last year, Bitcoin was at $3,000. And there's no better investing opportunity right now than cryptocurrency. No better. There's no better asset performance right now than cryptocurrency. And it is so simple. All you got to do is know which ones are the best ones that will last out of the 9,000 going into this new currency system. And you take your money out of banks that's not giving you any money anyway. If your money is not working in banks, why is your money just sitting there when your money can work 24/7 in cryptocurrency? And all you got to do is hold it. As Cardano becomes the fourth biggest crypto right now that's worth $76 billion. Cardano is making so many changes. And then you have Bitcoin that's scheduled for a soft fork upgrade um, within the next upcoming weeks. So Bitcoin this in March of last year was like under $3,000, and now it's at $62,000. Increase your crypto buying power. You are going to have to save more money, make more money, and you're going to have to keep it. Ethereum, as we see the 6666 with Ethereum, it just went to 757. Ether hitting, surpassing its all-time high, $4,600. BNB, Binance Coin, 8%, $662. Oh, thank you, Gwen, as well for the Cash App. Right? She is in the red right now, but you know, I firmly believe that Shiba Inu is not finished. It's just started. It's just at a cool down. And so this is the best performing asset. Now, other than taking care of your mind and making sure that your family is prepped for the winter, as you see stores right now that are giving the illusion that the shelves are full because they're making smaller aisles, right? They're making, the smaller aisles right now, and they're giving the illusion that the shelves are full and they're not in your grocery stores. And we have a massive shipping problem. Now, some good news, I guess, is that the course, let me put this down. Got my phone going off. Thank you all for the cash apps and the super chats as well. So some good news is that the courts reversed Biden's decision going into cash app still going off. Look at my daughter. Oh, my daughter's just uh, um, for January the 4th, right? The companies with over 100 employees, right? And so my thing with that is you still have federal employees that's facing the jab issues come Monday. So nearing Monday, federal employees, thousands of federal workers are seeking religious exemptions to avoid the jab. So we still have this issue that's coming Monday with the federal employees, right? With the federal employees. And so will the religious exemption work on Monday? I guess we will have to know on Monday, right? We will have to know on Monday. And this, people, is a ever roller coasting ride of what's going on. And I'm not really perplexed. I'm just going to be honest, right? I'm not perplexed. I know what's going on. But as Aaron Rodgers can be so against the jab and the NFL not suspend him, but yet the NBA has put those restrictions on Kyrie Irving, right? And so nearing Monday, the deadline, high percentage of federal workers are reporting. So if you think a lot of people have a delay on their income tax return for this year, you wait to 2022. Huh? No. I was just looking at you when I made that statement. when that income tax return that they so accustomed to getting doesn't hit January the 1st or the first week of January. Then you're going to see a riot for real, for real. When they, for real, they're not going to think about the jab and nothing else. They're going to get a jab bigger than what they have in a needle. A jab, a rude awakening that their income tax is delayed after they spent all their money on Christmas and Thanksgiving holidays. Right. Thank you so much, Gwen. As this sign says, the cure is worse than the virus. I totally agree. Right. And so federal workers have yet to act on a request piling into their managers' inboxes from the jab resistors seeking accommodations that would allow them to continue their jobs unjabbed rather than face the possibility of being fired, as the administration has threatened. A smaller number of employees has asked for exemptions on medical grounds. Official says it's like that's being totally ignored. Some people are exempt for medical reasons. And they're prompting what they're likely to be more clear-cut decisions, whether to grant them. The number of religious objectors ranges from little more than 60 people at the education department that are many thousands among the 38,000 strong workforce, according to the federal employee officials. A Texas-based IRS affinity group, Christian fundamentalist IRS employees, wrote a 4-page letter to the officials' exemption request, citing scripture, right, and mistrust of government among African Americans, as well as falsely claiming thousands of deaths from the vaccine. For falsely claiming thousands of deaths from the vaccine. The IRS has accommodations in place to meet the request and still accomplish their mission to the taxpayer. Yeah, right. Here's the double 22. With a November the 22 deadline for employees to show proof of full jab status, Monday is the deadline, oh my God, to get Johnson & Johnson shot. After Johnson & Johnson just come over their cancer lawsuit through its powder causing cancer, they are still seem to be deemed creditable by the government to give this jab. Pfizer or Moderna, so they must show the second evidence of the second jab. And so they're saying that the IRS has plans in place, right, or provisions in place so that this will not affect tax refunds. So as we see the dollar is crashing, right, I sent a request for a religious exempt and I'm still waiting on a response. Okay, Donna, I pray that works out for you as well. You haven't heard anything. I've heard, I'm still going to call you my sister-in-law. I just saw this comment. I don't know, Donald, I can email you something. I've heard it's like the way you word it. And I do have some PDFs that I can email you when I get off this live stream about and see what's going on. Double C Carice, I did email you as well. Said your job hasn't responded either. Kayla, you want to say hey? Oh, you want to say hey to Amanda? Amanda Kayla's she got her scarf on. You gonna peep and say, Amanda Kayla said hey, she got her scarf on. So that's her aunt. I want her to say hello. Hello. So she said, I resigned from a hospital I served for over 16 years due to the mandate. I was willing to serve and care for COVID patients. Last year, I was known as a hero. This year, wow. And that's so sad. But I do believe, yeah, Johnson and Johnson definitely uncreditable. My niece had that same issue to come up with her working in the hospital, Amanda, and fortunately for her, which I know your situation is a little different because you have family here and your children, but she was able to relocate. She quit the job anyway. She found a better opportunity in Dallas, Texas. She was required. She just believed in holistic health. That's her belief system. I believe in holistic health as well, but I also believe that there are some accidents and incidents that happen, and that there are some good doctors in there, in the medical field. Just like any other place, there's good hospitals, bad hospitals, good doctors, bad doctors. A lot of doctors are led by the wisdom and knowledge of the infinite God, infinite power. And I do believe in medication as a temporary treatment. Um, but I do believe in lifestyle change in order to have a total, live a life full of health. If you're going to be on medication, a change of diet, exercise, eating habits, things like that, as temporary solutions to you get back to that place of health, because we do live in physical bodies, right? And sometimes temporarily we have to do things to get our body back to the point of the holistic health that it was created to be at, the place it was created to be at in the first place. We continue to fault J&J jabs, but Pfizer has the same. Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, I think especially with me, I'm about J&J because it's the most widely known, and they just came back from that massive lawsuit of causing cancer with their powder. Powder, right? My southern accent came out on that one, but I did not know that Pfizer had the same results. Me and my daughter here, we are totally healthy and safe, and we, breathe in pure oxygen whenever the opportunity in the culture um, pre- prevents itself. Now, not to say that, sometimes we don't have like cold symptoms that we've been dealing with for years during the fall and winter. Sometimes we do, but we take our vitamins. Well, I take mine at least. Vitamin C and zinc and vitamin D and all those good things, and we keep rolling. Right, we absolutely keep going on. Uh, Amanda said, "Hello, Kayla." Thanks, Kayla. Kayla, you cooking? You cooking? Okay, Kayla's cooking. Good deal. Religious exemption is state law. You can literally be an atheist and still get religious exemption. Okay, you know, uh, I may go. I go into territory I don't supposed to anyway. But nah, I'm not. I'm gonna stay out of it. I'm gonna stay out of it. But I'm not ain't gonna comment on the atheist things, but sometimes when you scientifically study the Bible, you can see that scientifically a lot of things don't add up. So I'm not in agreement with the atheists, but sometimes when you have a civil conversation with them and as to why they don't believe in certain things, some of the things that the Bible has scientifically don't add up. I'll just say it that way. But do I believe in infinite God? Do I believe things of the Bible was distorted and restructured? Yes, I do. But I still believe in infinite God, infinite power, right? Um, I'm very familiar with religious exemption. I use it to get my daughter through school. Okay, great. So you have what you need, Donna. That's great. But you never had a problem until now. And honestly, you're right, Amanda. Food is medicine. I believe food, laughter, love. Um, it always says you are what you eat. I firmly believe that your health will reflect what you eat, right? Food is medicine. Donald, I'm praying that all is well with you, that it won't be a problem, right? Family Travel says Donald got you, that it will not be a problem. But People, there's just a shift in the economic system anyway. And this is why I share the work from home opportunity um, with you all so much. As I was just going over, and Donald is in the business, right? And this is our millionaire mentor in the PowerPoint. And I had this up already because I looked at this particular, let me see, view. And how can I view without the side? Let's see if this works. Nope, I did the wrong thing. Give me 1 second. I looked at this particular slides, and the home-based business right now for me has surpassed my income that I get anyway from teaching and coaching. Right. Honestly, I'm into teaching and coaching right now just for the love of the girls that I mentor. But I already know that it's going to be a time to shift. And so I make more money, and I make this money passively, right? Um, than I did as a teacher. I don't know if you all know, but teachers in Mississippi make probably under 50,000 a year. My annual income is, and that's the gross, just from coaching and teaching, is probably about 55. I don't even look at the contract anymore. Unfortunately, most teachers don't even look at their paycheck stubs. That you get those um, check stubs that you have to go online and enter your username and password, and they don't even look at that on a monthly basis, right? And so you get over 407 business tax deduction, and they tell you right on the IRS website that many people put taxes far out of their mind. However, taxpayers who receive a large tax refund this year should think about taxes again, as we talked about that there may be a delay in taxes January the 1st going into 2022. It says most taxpayers receive refund averaging around $2,800. Taxpayers who receive large refunds could receive more of their money throughout the rest of this year rather than waiting until they file their tax returns next year. So, why aren't you spending money on food anyway? Whether you have an infant child or a toddler or adult children, adult children or young teenagers, you're spending money on internet anyway. You're spending money on your light bill. My light bill doubled for the last 2 months. I was like, what? My light bill, really? But that's a tax write-off for me, right? So I do get to relinquish some of that money back. You're traveling anyway. If you have your children, for example, in recreation and sports, and again, I coach sports, so I know about AAU and travel teams. You can get that money back, and even the money that you're grocery shopping with in your home, if you just restructure how you spend your money. And so the 6-figure playbook, I love this language because, again, I'm a coach, is to get your taxes down, even your taxes out of your paycheck. You get taxed 30 to 40% if you're an employee or 1099. Get your debt down, your expenses down, and your stress down, and get your cash flow up. Cash flow and income is different. With the home-based business, I get paid every day, on the weekends, and including holidays. And again, if you can tap this strategy into crypto, people, you can be ultra rich without a job. Seriously, without a job, and work from home. So get your abundance up, get your crypto buying power up. I just showed you out earlier. Solana is just one of the 132,000% return on your money for the year. My home mortgage is paid up until next year. How many of you all have not necessarily paid a house off, but paid it up for a year's time? My insurance on my vehicles is paid up for a year's time. income up, credit scores up. And then I looked at this particular slide, and just the fact uh, that when I go to the meetings in the home-based business, I'm meeting people like Junior Space, that's on the Steve Harvey, the comedian for Steve Harvey on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. I'm in the lives with these people where everyday people can see true financial breakthroughs and success. These are just the extra bonus that I'm getting. I decided to invest in a Jeep this year because number one, I love the fun and recreation that a Jeep provides. But number two, if my daughter and I have to relocate out of the state, if this gets bad as many are predicting, we have something that can drive the mountains and the trails, and we have that type of transportation. But every time I'm in attendance and I go to our home-based business meetings, I'm meeting Junior. I sit next to him. I talk with him. I'm asking him, what do multimillionaires like Steve Harvey and his circle, what do they talk about? What are the conversations? What are they investing in? Right? Just to be in the company of these people, to where my car note for my Jeep doesn't have to come out of my paycheck. My home-based business is giving me $500 a month to pay for that, and it's a tax write-off. And I'm getting tax deductions for the mileage, for my tag, for the depreciation costs, even though Jeeps do well with their depreciation. And then you have people that's doing bigger than I am, 1,200. And this is in addition to the daily pay. This is not what we're getting one time. This is just a luxury car bonus. If you want a new vehicle, you don't have to go and buy one. Sean T. Hill, a former teacher and educator, $1,250. Christy, the first millionaire woman in the business, ring earner, $3,000 a month just to drive the type of vehicle she wants. Mr. Charles Ivory, he has his business in his truck. It's literally GMC, and that truck has so far been paid off. So again, you don't have to get a truck, but what you have to understand is the rules of the rich, right? Because you cannot have a poor person's mindset and play by the rules of the rich. Credit scores are increasing, cash flows are increasing. You get the opportunity to be in the same room with people with the millionaire mindset that's making millionaire moves. People that graduated from Duke, right? Corporate executive from Duke University. He was able to write out $58,000 in tax deductions, paid out $52,000 in credit card debt, and saved people over $235,000 in interest. So it is a movement within a movement, right? So just a lot of things, because people, the very first thing you have to understand before you make more money is what's taking your money, which is taxes, debt, big businesses, and inflation, the cost of goods and services that you see that you have no control over. But what you do have a control over is your financial plan and your mindset. Jose says, is day trading or being a licensed barber cutting out of your house consider a home-based business? It's only considered a home-based business when you know the laws. Because in this business, right, we don't have a guy named Bob working out the basements and calling himself an expert. These companies have been around for years. Just the IRS experts, for example, that will tell you what these tax deductions are, because many people do work from home, but they don't know how to implement the tax deduction. So we have IRS certified experts that speak over 8 languages, and they have people that negotiate your bills for you, not just your credit, right? Your bills, negotiation. People have saved hundreds of dollars just from lower bills as you see the increased price of goods and services. So this is like going to McDonald's and ordering a number one, two, three, or four, right? Where you can get your taxes lowered, you can destroy your debt, you can shred your bills, raise your credit score, grow your assets. You know the asset I love is crypto, and increase your cash flow. Because people, if you're getting paid just once a week, once a month, bi-weekly, that's not enough to keep up when the everyday prices of goods and services are increasing by the day, and in some cases by the hour. One source of income is dangerous to your wealth. You just can't do that anymore. Those days of our great grandparents and grandparents doing that is over. Right? Um, Frederick, are you the one that came on my live stream talking about your wife want to invest in Crocs? My wife has a home-based business and one retail store business, but she don't believe in crypto or see the extreme wealth gain. So I invest also by myself. Yeah, I just read that. You always talking about Crocs. Listen, if Crocs works for her and crypto work for you, then let that work, right? I'm sure you would love to be on one accord with your spouse, but that happens in a perfect world. It doesn't always happen like that in marriages, right? So, how much is too much to put in stocks? I'm not your financial advisor, Jose. I tell people how much can you afford to put in there? I think that's the bigger question, right? How much can you afford? Well, come in and say hello. My uncle just said, I'm watching you on YouTube. Uncle, come in and say hello. If you're watching me, say hello. I love you. Thanks for watching. Make sure you share too. So I can't tell you, listen, for me, I might want to put the house into crypto. That's how much I believe in it. I don't know your educational level on it. I don't know your current financial situation. And I don't know your risk tolerance. I cannot answer that question for you. Right. And so someone asked me earlier, I didn't get to answer that question about okay, here we go. What are my thoughts about the new crypto tax laws and the crypto tax infrastructure bill that was passed? I pretty much hold a lot of my crypto till I just get to the point where I'm just like, you know what? I'm ready to invest in a tangible asset. I'm just waiting for land and housing, right? Um, to go down. I'm going to get a tangible, I'm going to do real estate with some of my crypto. Some of my crypto I am never selling. That's just generational wealth for my daughter and her children's children, like Bitcoin, Ether. Never ever have a plan on selling, right? However, I think that's going to highly affect the people that have flipped cryptocurrency all this year. And, you know, and they don't have any of these tax laws that I just talked, or these tax deductions. They don't have any tax shelters. Because what that's going to happen is going to add to your taxable income, which means it's going to be counted for as income. So if you, whatever thousands you made in cryptocurrencies, if you converted that back into your bank account or into cash, that's going to be income and you're going to be taxed 30 to 40% on that. Are you Crypto Chris Dad? That might be an inside joke. I don't know if I can find, let me see if I can find it. You all know my I'm also doing, I told you I've worked in the school system for 16 years, coaching and mentoring young girls. And I'm also doing a curriculum or to teach children and adults about cryptocurrency. So that curriculum is Crypto Chris and Crypto Christie, and it is trademarked, so no one can, steal my characters to teach. And I had a Crypto Chris dad. His name is Bitcoin Bobby. So this is Crypto Chris here, you know, and this is a cream edition. Cream crypto rules everything around me. You remember that from Cash used to be Cash rules everything around me. So this is Crypto Chris in the cream edition. And let me see if I can find Bitcoin Bobby, the Crypto Chris dad that I posted. This is Crypto Christie. It's Crypto Chris and Crypto Christie. I'm working on that curriculum to start teaching people, especially youth, about the change in monetary system. This is Crypto Chris and his ice cream, kind of cater to the kids and their style of clothing. But this is, again, the Millionaire Moves Conference will be our virtual online November 19th through the 21st. So you can register at 1111millionairemoves.com, get more knowledge about the cryptocurrencies that I won't share publicly. And let me see. There he is, Bitcoin Bobby. Oh, for my older generation, I got to think of a woman. I got to think of Crypto Chris' mom. Should I call her um, Eve Ether? I don't know. That's Bitcoin Bobby. Should I call her Eve? I don't know. Eve Ether, or give me a female name for a crypto, or something with Solana. Since Solana is 32,000% return. Um, That's Bitcoin Bobby, and I got to think of Crypto Chris or Crypto Christie, the female, right? And so with this, now, someone says, yeah, Elon Musk said and listen, the reason why Elon Musk said he wanted to sell Tesla is for tax purposes. Ether, ether. It's a little tongue twisting, but I like it. Ether with Bitcoin Bobby. We're gonna make it a family. Thank you. I do like that. Um, Ether. Um, will he drop it into Sheep? The conversation in the crypto world is that he's probably gonna drop it into Doge, and he's trying to get Tesla to accept. Again, he does not control Tesla, right? The board has to make that decision, but he's attempting to get Tesla to accept Dogecoin as payment. So I still think not Ether, but Doge and Shiba will work well together. They will work well together. Also, I didn't tell you, I have guest speakers too at the Millionaire Moves Virtual. So I will not be the only speaker. Have two more guest speakers, and they definitely will be giving you Millionaire Moves as well to make, not only just from the crypto world and seeing the changing economic system that's coming, but also from a biblical perspective as well. Because if you need God to make $1 million, guess what, people? You need God to keep $1 million. Now, the NFL is not considering suspending Aaron Rodgers as the fallout about the C-19 situation facing Aaron Rodgers, and Green Bay Packers will not include a suspension. My question is, okay, then why is Kyrie not able to play? If Aaron Rodgers can't continue, then why not Kyrie Irving? So the NFL could not fine Rodgers and the team for breaking the C-19 protocols season, but a possible suspension is currently not into play. The NFL investigating Rodgers and the Packers for possible violations, particularly for the quarterback not wearing a mask during press conferences and attending a Halloween party while not wearing a mask around teammates. Last weekend, it is possible for Rodgers. He broke the rules during the promotional shots. The league could fine Rodgers for repeat offenses and the amount of just 1 week's salary, what Kyrie's entire salary this year, annual salary from the NBA, is at risk. So he'll miss Sunday's game against the Kansas City Chiefs. He cannot return until Saturday. So he has to miss at least 10 days before the Packers play. So interesting, right? It's very interesting, right? And so, again, if you want to know more about cryptocurrency, how to survive in the hardest economic winter that we will face, go ahead and register now. 111 Millionaire Moves. It will be our virtual, so you can learn about this from the comfort of your own homes. People, although the courts ruled out Biden's January 4th deadline, they would keep a lot of truckers on the road. There are still a lot of truckers, right, who have already quit their jobs. When we still have ships at bay, and they're even fining Mississippi and Louisiana ports now for ships that have been at bay for so long that they're now passing fines on to those ships that's not able to get their cargo out into stores and to the American people. And so I'm going to leave you out with this. One of my favorite, I would say my top philosophers by far is Jim Rohn. And probably Jim Rohn because, he always relates the Bible, right? Relates the Bible in many of his teaching. He has passed now, but a lot of his philosophy always includes parables of the Bible. So I absolutely love Jim Rohn. And I'm going to leave you with this small clip. I think that is worth listening to 2 or 3 minutes as we close. Again, only thank you all for tuning in. I enjoyed the dialogue. Only 6 more days. I'm closing registration for the Millionaire Moves Conference, and it's only $119. I can't say that I will offer that price again, but it's definitely the price now. And I'm going to leave you with this motivational words of inspiration on this Sunday as we close by Jim Rohn.
It is so important to study the majors. Have you ever noticed that some people don't do well because they major in minor things? Whatever you do, check at the end of the week, the end of the year, and make sure you're not spending major time on minor things. Otherwise, you will wind up with a below average life. Now, before I get to the 4 major lessons, here are 2 phrases to consider. First, life and business are like the changing seasons. That's one of the best ways to illustrate life. It's like the seasons that change. Frank Sinatra sings, life is like the seasons. Here's the second phrase. You cannot change the seasons, but you can change yourself. Now, with those 2 key phrases in mind, here are the 4 major lessons in life to learn. The first is, learn how to handle the winters. They come right after fall with regularity. Some are long, some are short. Some are difficult, some are easy. But they always come right after fall. Remember, it isn't going to change. Now, there are all kinds of winters, right? The winter when you can't figure it out. The winter when it all goes smash. Wintertime, we call it the winters of your life. One writer called it the winter of discontent. The winter when it turns upside down, when it all goes wrong. There are economic winters, social winters, personal winters, when your heart is smashed into 1,000 pieces. Wintertime, disappointments. Disappointment is common to us all. So learn how to handle the winters. You must learn how to handle the nights. They come right after days. You must learn how to handle difficulty. It always comes after opportunity. You must learn to handle recessions. They come right after expansions. It isn't going to change.
People is not going to change. Learn how to handle recessions. Learn how to handle winter. They come right after fall. Learn how to handle night season. It comes right after the day. And one thing he says, most people major on the minor things, but guess what? A lot of people minor on the major things as well. And right now, cryptocurrency is major. And it's going to financially position you for the greatest wealth transfer, the greatest redistribution of wealth. It's going to empower you like you've never been before to be the best you can be financially, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually for you and your family. Right? I'm signing out. Also text HBB to 601-720-2063 if you want to increase your cryptocurrency buying power. Right? You all have a great Sunday. Queen out.